Is it on X? Hey, we're live. Hey, we're there. It's really working. It's really working.
Are we live?
Okay, we are live, it looks like.
Gang.
Am I on my right account? Sweet. All
Wait,
right.
who's cut off? Oh, we can just
Are we good?
Hello?
squeeze
There we
more.
go.
We can zoom out a bit. Oh, no, I think Christian. We're good? Everybody's in? Perfect. All right. And does anybody check that the audio is actually good? It should be. But we're going to create a...
Well,
Oh, yeah, that's working. There we go. All right. DCTRL van. Yeah.
decontrol
Is it
Vancouver.
decentral or decontrol? That's a deep question.
It kind of is, actually. Yeah.
It's
I'd like to say
decontrol.
that it's synonymously both.
Paradoxical.
Yeah. All right. Okay. We're live. We're cooking. All right. Hello, everyone. We're a little bit late here today, but we've made it. We're going to do a panel on just a quick little roundtable on some ideas and things. I guess just some notables here this weekend. There is another boat cruise. We didn't really get dialed in for that with the... for that, but I don't know if anybody else knows about that. That is on and happening, so there's a Luma for it. There will be another one as well coming up. So there's like a yacht cruise, but I think we have a link for it somewhere. We didn't really help out with this one. We did with the last one. We were just kind of behind the ball, but we're gonna do another one, and we'll maybe have it like we did. You give up? All right. Okay. Thank you. And then what else is coming up here? We had Off-Chain was last week. Is there Solana stuff or anything? We've got a meeting next week, but yeah, and then I'm gone. I'm leaving for 2 weeks. So
Where are you going?
I'm going to Burning Man. Yes. Yeah, that's where it's at, you know. So headed to the burn. And then yeah, we'll get
Ticket prices are down.
apparently, yeah, I heard that people were saying like $200 for tickets or something, and they didn't even sell out this year. The OMG sales, like this is the first time since 2011, I think. 2011 was the first year they sold out, and they have sold out every year until this year.
Wash out all the weekends.
Wait,
That's right. Yeah, we have watched
Dangle, why does Burning Man have tickets? What do they provide?
it. So it's not so much about like providing; it's more about just you just showing up. It's like barrier to entry. Is the way I like
Yeah,
to
but
look
then
at
what
it.
are the tickets for? Why don't you just show up without a ticket?
Well, there's like porta potties that need to be serviced, so
Mhm.
there's that. There's a bunch of infrastructure like roads and signage, and the actual physical man that gets built and burnt. So and the temple and just a lot of other like resources. So there's like a bunch of things that need to be done. Apparently, there's probably some type of insurance.
Is
but
Burning Man profitable?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I think it is a non-profit.
It is a non-profit, but
I
whether
see.
they are what they're doing with any potential profits, I don't know. And if there is any, couldn't tell you. So,
But we're
Yeah.
here to talk about crypto, aren't we?
well, sure.
No,
yeah.
this is Burning Man, Vancouver.
Burning Man, Vancouver. Here we go.
BM
yeah.
Vancouver.
But yeah, there's actually you camp with Camp Decentral, haven't you in the past?
I have in the past, yes.
Yeah, they're not going this year.
No, they're not.
No, sad times. So no Camp Decentral. So very limited crypto. Bear market Burning Man.
There might be Node Network and another one that's there, but
Okay. Yeah, I've been like meaning
I don't
to-
know those folks.
I don't know them either, but I've been messaging. I was going to start doing that soon. Was just like, hey, which Web3ers are going to the burn? I had some dude, Slime Life, if you're listening, I know you're in LA. He reached out, was like, yo, going. So try and dial that in. But yeah, no real like crypto presence at Burning Man this year. Sad times, bear markets. Anyway.
Is it a bear market?
But is it a bear market? Oh! Yeah, $575 US. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. 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 Like I remember paying $575 to go in and out of a farm, an LP farm back in the day. So a pretty good deal. You know, back when fees were only like 200 or 300 gwei, pretty good. 500 in and out. Thanks.
I think you were on the wrong chain.
Correct.
BSC fees were only 10 cents. It's the real farming.
The real farming, yeah. All right, so I don't know. What other events? Do we have anything else coming up?
For the big events, we have Mainnet coming up in, I think it's October or September.
Oh, there's a bunch of September stuff going on.
And
Too, yeah.
Token 2049 in September, Korean Blockchain Week, 1st of September, DevCon in November. That'll be in Bangkok. And there's also Consensus is now going to be in Hong Kong in February. So that'll be interesting, but that's a little bit ways out.
Cool. Anything else locally? I don't know if there's Noun Runs happening this weekend. I don't know.
I don't know. You seen
Oh.
Owen? Where's Owen been? Haven't seen
He's
him
in
a while.
Kelowna.
Still?
Yeah, checking out peaches. There's no peaches this year. I'm so sad. I have to get peaches from
Peaches?
California.
Peaches for there's peaches in Kelowna.
Well, because everything froze this year.
What happened?
There was just got cold,
Damn.
and then all the peaches died. And now I'm sad because I don't get to can peaches this year.
And that's sad.
That is unfortunate.
Very unfortunate. So now I have to like get them imported from America.
American peaches.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Unbelievable.
No way.
So yeah, Owen's over there, but yeah, there is like Bitcoin block party happening soon, the 26th. That's in like 10 days, 11 days. Which Bitcoin? Oh, Learning Bitcoin. Yeah, that thing. That's at the end of September. Yeah. But yeah, if anybody is Bitcoin curious and wants to like go hang out with Bitcoiners,
The 26th, you said?
I think it's the 26th,
that's a-
25
it's a
or
Monday.
26th.
Is Monday
Where
sound
Orange?
correct?
Maybe it's the 25, 24. Oh man,
Right.
I'm bad. with
Can
this.
we collect that information and
block
post
party.
it on
Yeah, we'll post
some
it on there.
socials?
We'll post it on the socials. Sunday. Sorry, I'm bad. A little dyslexic there. Yeah. At the Beaumont. So it's just in Mount Pleasant.
Studios.
Perfect. Yeah. Well, I would, but guess what? Where did I just say I was going? I'm going to the desert. I'm going to hang out in the desert, man. I'm not going to like rug the desert to go hang out at a, you know, USDC. Yeah, say, hey, I'd like to pay in USDC. Yeah, yeah. Anyways, we're looking at some stuff there. All right.
Are we feeling good on the preamble? We want to.
Yeah, that's enough. We've packed it up on that. Take over, Christian.
All right, guys. Hey, everybody. Thank you for being here today. Huge packed audience. Always nice to see on a sunny Thursday in August. So really appreciate you being here and not at the beach. That's huge. I think what we should do is maybe a little like round of quick introductions for like all the people who might not know of us up here. We've got I think a new face on an EthVan panel as well. So I think maybe starting from that side and working our way down, like just a little blurb about who you are and like a fun fact. And let's start with Tangle.
All right, Tangle. Hi. Don't know any of you. Kidding.
Tangle, what's your name?
Tangle?
What's your name?
Yeah, the origin
Real
of it?
name.
The origin of
No,
Tangle?
real
Yeah,
name.
Yeah.
Don't dox
Anyway.
yourself.
Anyways, yeah, just got into crypto quite a while ago. 2013, started seeing, you know, this Bitcoin thing on Reddit and got excited. Thought it was the thing. Then found Dogecoin shortly after, started mining it. Then have been through the battle wounds of the, you know, total battle wounds of all the things. Only 4 centralized exchanges have rugged me. Pretty good track record. Yeah, just a big proponent of, you know, kind of the fundamentals, hardware wallets, custody, that sort of stuff. And then I've worked for a few kind of DeFi protocols and other Ethereum-related things. Yeah, just like doing community stuff and trying to help out here in Vancouver to expand and grow the Vancouver community and, you know, just try and make things happen. So, yeah, that's a little bit about me. And I'm pretty excited about where Bitcoin's going. I will say that. Even though we're on an EthVan thing, it's just it's going up. And also the tech. We're in it for the tech, sir. And there's a lot of tech that's going to come from, and that's kind of where it's just as I go on a small tangent here. just as I never ever do these sorts of things. But all these like magical things that we're doing on Ethereum, it's all going to happen on Bitcoin, and it's going to be amazing. It's going to be magic. And the Bitcoiners are very sad about this, or a lot of the laser eye minimalists are quite sad that this is going to happen over there. And so this is where I just want for them to come and learn. Say, hey, you just see what's going on over here, because guess what? It's all coming to Bitcoin, and I don't think they're ready for it. And there's going to be lots of tears, and I just want to be able to help and empower and knowledge and create knowledge for them, because we're doing all the cool shit. We're already ahead of it, and so if we can get some of that over there, that would be fantastic. All right, there's enough on me and my shenanigans.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jane, better known by jharrell on jharrell.eth on Twitter. I've been around in the space for a while. I got started in 2012. Was part of Bitcoin Embassy in Montreal, part of DDP for a while. Came to Vancouver, part of Decentral or Decontrol, a long time ago. There's a lot of stuff in this space that it used to be mine. And I've worked for a couple crypto companies. I currently work for Covalent as the marketing manager. And I believe in Doge, but at the same time, I'm probably more in ETH than anything else. But Bitcoin got me in here as well. And yeah, I'm really excited about the space. I think there's a lot going on. I think I'm really excited about decentralized infrastructure at the moment, decentralized compute, things that are auxiliary to the blockchain itself. I think we're at a precipice where that's actually possible. So those 2013 script coin people that miss those computational games, they're coming back. But they're more useful, and there's actually user base to support it. So yeah, we'll probably talk about a little bit more about that, but that's a little bit about me.
I have a couple follow-up questions. Sorry, Jazzy. First, a comment. I really like your fingernails. They're really nice. Couple questions. Sorry. I decided I want to give more compliments to people in my life. I think spread a little more like positivity. The follow-up questions. Of all the objects in here that you brought, which one is like your favorite?
My favorite thing that I brought, I think it's the classified aerial photography mounted on the wall out there that I can't remember how I obtained. It was given to me, I think, and I just
classified.
It's classified. I actually have no idea where. I think it's somewhere in the Middle East. It was from like wars in the 2020s or the aughts. Yeah, I just didn't have any use for it, so I brought it down here. Graphics cards I brought down here that got used. I built the old computer that ran the VR headset. The TV in the back room used to be mine.
The Chang Chung?
Yeah, that used to be mine.
Wow.
Yeah. That thing still runs. It's great. I picked it because it has everything you need, and it was cheap.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's still alive. I'll give it that. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Okay.
Do you still have the remote?
No. God,
okay.
No. I have a old pen that I cut off. It sticks out the side of it, and then you have to push the end of the pen to turn the TV on and off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, it's still working though.
Yep. Still there.
Yeah. No. There's a bunch of other stuff that I think I brought down. I brought down books. Anyway. Favorite thing is definitely the picture out there. So if you know what it is, you know what I'm talking about. You can go find it.
It's just right there.
It's just right over there on the other side of that wall.
All right, got it. Hey. Hello, welcome. Hello. Thanks for being here.
Some low secrets of the space.
All right, I like the ribbon on your little bag there. That's nice. Yeah. Oh, very cool.
Yeah. All right, Jazzy.
Christian, you had two questions though.
Totally forgot what the other one was, so we can move on. Can we get quiet in the audience, please?
Solomon. Thank you. Jazzy.
Yeah, hello. I'm Jazzy.
Jazzy.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm Jazzy, and I've been a hacker my whole life. I've been hacking everything since 2011, 2012. Got into hacking crypto 2016, 2017, and yeah, I've been hacking just a lot of crypto things recently. Now I'm started on my audit company, Zalek. We do blockchain security, and apart from that, I just do hacking. I hack computers.
What's your favorite thing you've ever hacked?
Oh, back in like 2021 BSC days, there was just a lot of like shitty casino projects that were just very fun because they were bad. But even before that, I think the funniest thing I hacked was when I was 15. I used to hack Minecraft servers. And it would be so funny to like piss people off when they would see their server getting like completely down, because it would just be hilarious to just like see, wow, like just like hacking just had like this power where you can just piss people off, and it's very funny. Yeah.
I have a question.
What's up?
Do you eat pizza?
Yeah.
What's your favorite pizza place of the 3 pizza options outside?
What are the? I'm not from here.
Okay.
I live in Delta.
The answer is Ignite.
Huh?
Ignites. What are the other two options?
There's I don't know what they're called, but there's the one over here.
Yeah.
And then there's the
one over there.
the one over there.
I really,
No, I thought I
really
remembered
like
the name of the second one.
over here.
I
It's
like the one
pretty
over
good.
there.
Yeah, we'll have a vote on pizza later. Anything else you wanted to share? Is that it?
I think that should be it.
Okay, now we know everything about Jazzy. Hey guys, I'm Christian. I am one of the organizers of EthVan, so usually try to make sure there's an event here every week. We've been doing summer hours, so we've had like week off here or there in the summer. Again, that's why we appreciate you being here on this beautiful sunny day. What are you guys talking about? I got into crypto in like 2017. I had a friend who was making a bunch of money. He's like, hey, look at all this money I'm making. I'm like, sweet, let me try. And I lost like 80% of my money. But I realized that like I discovered something very special, so I decided to stick around. I was studying finance in school at the time. Didn't want to work in a bank. Kind of lame. So I like this crypto thing. So what did I do? I started a startup called Blockaday. I was doing like just like blockchain education, trying to like teach people about crypto, hosting events and things, and working with some businesses to help them kind of like outsource the educational component to their company. And then I got my first like real job at Layer Zero, where I was doing at first like operations kind of stuff, like day-to-day ops, and then moved into more like community and like BD ops role. And now I'm working at a company called Superform. It's a DeFi yield marketplace, trying to make it really easy to earn on your crypto. And if you're building like crypto investment products to like distribute those across blockchains, can look it up. It's kind of cool. Won't get too much into it. I don't know what else. I got a really cute cat named Tommy. He's my pride and joy. I think that's important when I'm talking about myself to let you know. Yeah, that's it. That's me.
What's your favorite pizza place? Between the
none
three.
Between the three, I don't know. They're all
Ignite. It's just Ignite.
Yeah, Ignite. I like Pizza Garden. You know that one?
Yeah, but it's not one of the 3.
But it's a close fourth. I like to think it's. AJ's is good. AJ's is far though. You gotta drive for that. You gotta or take a bus, but I'll try not to do that too much. AJ's is sweet though. Very good. Right. Parlor's sick. Parlor's a vibe. Yeah. Have you been?
I've not been to
Yeah,
Parlor.
you should go. Parlor's probably the coolest pizza spot in town for sure.
What about La Rota or La Rotia? Rotia? What's that one? La Rota?
It's pretty good. It's a solid choice if you're like ordering. We've got it here a few times, I think.
Yeah, I like it because it has the gluten-free and dairy-free options.
Yeah, I don't.
So then,
I
you know,
don't know if
usually
Parlor has
cooperates a little bit more. Yeah.
So do we think the rates are going to change in September?
Yeah. Yeah. Can we just show a hand?
We got a strong yes. There.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think the rates are going down.
Depends how you measure it, right?
So
Me neither. No.
Really?
no rates.
I
no
think they're
rates.
going down.
I think we've got a solid 0.5 little dip. Yeah.
A whole half?
I think we're
50
staying
bips?
right where we are.
50 bips. Whew. Not even just
Canada just did that like a couple months ago, right?
Sure, and we usually
But like,
take a mic. Take a mic.
Yeah,
There's a
yeah.
mic beside you there. Just turn it on. Take that. You turn it on.
Yeah,
No,
thank
just
you.
there's a little button on the
there's a
front
button
there.
right here.
Check, check.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys. So if you guys are talking about Canada's interest rates, it's the same problem that the Americans have too. The national debt is so high that right now Canada spends as much on interest payments as it spends on healthcare. Okay, if you looked at the
Nice.
last federal budget, okay, so these high interest rates are going to be a problem because right now the federal government funds its operations by selling bonds. Basically, they don't collect enough money through the CRA to actually pay for everything.
Well, why aren't you paying your taxes?
I do pay my taxes.
Oh,
I pay over $30,000 a year in income tax.
that's it?
Yeah.
Jeez, that's pretty
Right.
nice. Must be
So-
nice.
Right. So now the Americans have an even bigger problem. They've got $34 trillion in national debt.
Don't they pay more on their like interest payments on their debt than they do in like their military now?
No,
You can
they're
fact check me
Whoa,
on that.
that's
Whoa,
the big
whoa,
joke.
can't-
That's the big joke because right now, from what I heard, the interest payments on on the U.S. national debt exceeds the money they get through the IRS. Okay, so that's one of the reasons why gold has shot up, and countries like China are slowly dumping their U.S. treasuries. Okay, right, because those U.S. bonds are basically worthless. Right, the Americans are now paying interest by selling more bonds. Right, and that's why the price of gold shot up like to the moon too. Right, you know it's. Right, the whole Western world is basically funding itself through debt issuance, which is inflationary.
Yeah, we're
Right,
pretty
so-
fucked. We know
Yeah,
that.
it's fucked. Yeah.
How do you think that translates to like interest rates movements? Like what do the central banks want to do in this situation?
What does BIS want to do?
Sorry, what's BIS?
Bank of International Settlements.
I'm not familiar with that. Yeah, I've heard of it, but I've heard of it, but I'm not sure what they actually do. What's their function? Can you explain?
They're basically like a central bank for central banks.
Aggregator.
Yeah,
They're
they're
like an
aggregator, yeah.
they're like an
Hey,
aggregator.
Yeah, we love aggregators.
They're a bank
yeah.
aggregator.
How do you
and
end
they
up?
quite literally are like they exist outside of Swiss law.
And how does it work?
Marine law.
Sorry for my ignorance, but how does the Bank of International Settlements actually work?
It's more of a payment intermediary.
And what kind of currency do they deal in?
They deal in the top 7 currencies or something like that.
Anyhow, so what is their effect on interest rates? If we're gonna, are they gonna help cut? Are they gonna help increase? Are we
Well, it
staying
depends
flat?
on
What's happening?
So
How does that- how
I
does
don't
that
know. They
fit
have
in
their
here?
secret meetings, but
Well, I wasn't invited this time.
no, I wasn't invited either.
You got to go to the Bilderberg meetings. That's what.
Yeah, no, but very likely other countries are cutting rates, which means the discussions internally are to cut rates. So I think what we're going to see is the U.S. also cut rates, even though they don't really like BIS. So who knows?
So if you think about a logical sequence of events, if they lower interest rates, that will simply facilitate selling more debt, selling more bonds, right? To continue this inflationary spiral of currency, of inflating the currency supply. Every time they sell a bond, right? Or treasury, same thing, right? Right? They're basically printing money out of thin air. Okay. Right?
Why
Yeah.
Bitcoin?
Yes. You've unlocked the magical secret.
Why not USDC, or USDC with treasuries baked into it with 5%? There we go. Just buy.
But it's
Tread
only
T-bills.
5%.
I get it's only 5%, but
Those are rookie
way
numbers.
better
It's
than
like
like
staked- it's
negative 99 though.
yeah,
so
but staked USDC. Think about that. It's like staked
That-
USDC.
What is this on
that'd be
Stellar?
cool.
On Stellar.
Liquid staked USDC would be pretty
There we
sweet,
go.
yeah.
Liquid staked USDC. That's what
Yeah.
we need.
Honestly, I'm really bullish
Liquid
about.
restaked USDC.
There we have it.
I'm
We have
I'm
it.
really bullish on yield-bearing assets, and we're starting to see more of those occur in crypto. And I think those are really interesting. Yield-bearing assets coupled with restaking on a L2 that has a point system. Bullish.
All right, I thought you were serious for a second.
Yeah.
But
No, I am.
Why are you
I
shitting
am
on my
serious.
bags? Why are you shitting on my bags?
I am dead serious. I'm not even kidding. I am bullish about that,
Sorry,
actually.
but when you say yield bearing, what is the source of the extra value?
You are.
Tokens.
Right? I mean, if all they're doing
So
is
some are emissions. So restaking is typically emissions.
that's inflationary.
Yes, but if ETH is deflationary inherently, but it still has emissions, it's not inflationary.
Well, it's the net.
It's emissions.
Because what happens,
like Bitcoin.
the
Bitcoin has
reason
emissions
the
too,
reason
right?
why it's deflationary still is because Bitcoin has already decided that it cuts emissions over every 4 years. Ethereum doesn't cut emissions; it's stable, but what it does is it burns after the transaction, so it doesn't have a net impact to the economy. It happens after the fact. Which means you can still have emissions forever, but because most of it has already been burned, it doesn't matter.
How do you define burned?
By sending it to the zeroed out address that there is no password for.
So it's simply taken out of circulation.
It is taken
Yeah.
out of circulation.
Okay. So yeah, that would be deflationary.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Ethereum has like a pretty stable rate of, we can call it like the closest you can get to like real yield in crypto, because like Ethereum's always going to be yielding like 4 or 5%. And again, if it's not inflationary as we just talked about, then this is actually like a real source of like yield. And now we're seeing all these products like building on top of that. So before, everything in crypto was like a literal Ponzi, and it might still be, but at least now
But that's part of it, though.
Yeah.
Honestly,
isn't a
I don't
Ponzi?
think that it's a spectrum. Part of it needs to be that because you need to have risk-taking action of the net velocity of currency and money to increase, because that's a net good for the industry.
Yeah, totally. I mean, like the whole like economy is a Ponzi. That's why it works so well. But you asked like where the yield comes from. So like like previously, a lot of it was just like in hyperinflationary like tokens that went to zero. But now there's like actual real yield baked into the crypto ecosystem. Also can come from like demand for like borrowing assets. So like USDC, for example, like USDC yield comes from the fact that there's a demand to like borrow it. So there's like, that's why we're starting to see, and also like things like tokenized like T-bills also, like you have like real world assets that are now like on chain, and those have the source of yield in the real world. So yeah, there's actually like we call it real yield in the crypto world now that exists.
But the thing is like in the overall market, you still have Bitcoin as a hard asset, as you still have that core Austrian economic core, but then you have this reflexive, elastic layer in other paradigms. You know, largely Ethereum and maybe a little bit of Sol, maybe even BNB as well. So you have what's in the marketplace. You have this an ecosystem. You have the best of different economic paradigms working in consort for a larger ecosystem. So you don't have the net debt issues, but when there is too much debt in the system, or when you do have, or whatever, it gets washed out. And yeah, it affects Bitcoin a little bit, but it doesn't affect it that much, and it just keeps on going.
All right. So where were we going? We were just bullish on where the yield was coming from.
Well, I think originally we were trying to find out whether the rates were going to go up or down. But yeah, the yield is real. Interestingly, like you look at like Bitcoin yield, like the demand for like Bitcoin. I guess you can only look at like Bitcoin proxies and Ethereum, but it's typically pretty low. Like the interest you can get for like lending Bitcoin is like close to 0%.
Well, but that's for lending wrap Bitcoin, not actually.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So it's hard to say whether like how that translates into.
What's it on Aave right now?
It's probably.
Bitcoin?
I think
No,
it's
it's higher than-
it's pretty low too. Yeah, I think there's.
No, I think it's not that bad. Anyways, keep going. I'll take a look on Aave here and see what it's.
That's all I had to say on that.
Okay. Well, because now we're starting to see like this idea of restake Bitcoin, right? So
Oh yeah,
people are
that's getting
talking
real
about that.
crazy. Yeah.
That's a super.
Well, yeah. What do you think
super
about that? Once Bitcoin starts to do all this restaked fuckery that Ethereum's doing, what does that mean for the Bitcoin ecosystem?
Well, it's a different risk tolerance because it doesn't require like there isn't staking, it's mining. So all you're doing is just the capital that's at risk. So it's literally just like a honeypot. I think. I don't think it becomes a systemic risk because like in the event of restaking, when it blows up, not if but when, that just ends up creating a cascading slashing event, which then starts unwinding validators, and then yeah, I'm just like not talking into it good. Yeah, so it starts unwinding validators and creates like this big cascading effect. Whereas if you're just putting the Bitcoin in, and then that's like you're using the value of that, or the collateral, like the capital efficiency or whatever it is, to restake with. That's all that's at risk because it's not like that's tied to the miners in any way, and there's no kind of
I mean, it's not like the miners, but like all the applications that use the restake Bitcoin, they all just go to like so like everything else that depends on it just still cascades to zero though.
Yeah, that all goes to zero, but at least that's like contained. Whereas if in the Ethereum side of it, if those AVSs all blow up, then that's fine. But it was relying on this like the inherent security of the staked ETH, which then also goes to zero, and then that stuff, or not zero, but starts to get slashed heavily, which then affects validators, and then these validators are now like taking on. They've lost a bunch.
I think a more important topic than specifically that is the all this this extra capital, that is being created through restaking and its nearest neighbor forms of ETH, and it's it's creating we're not going to have the 100% stake problem, but it's getting close to that 100% stake problem, and to the point where the issuance curve may be disincentivizing home stakers. That's another issue that needs to be looked at.
And that's why we have hieroglyphs. Yeah. So we're trying to help solo stakers get paid more. Hooking you up. Anyways, we'll talk about that later. But there needs to be more incentives for solo stakers, and being able to create a larger yield opportunity for them. Because otherwise, they just let's. And I have friends that are like staked. They've run their validators, and they're just like
solo stakers can restake.
They can, yeah, exactly, yeah. So you could take that and throw it into Eigen, and then have an Eigen pod for it. But there's other people have said even if they've been staking before the like Beacon G before 2.0, before the merge, they'd almost been better off with uptime and with the smoothing pools and everything. They'd have probably been better off to just be in an LST and not have to worry about it. And my miner, your node goes down, or your validator goes down, and then you miss something, or there's a slashing event.
Forget to pay your internet.
Yeah. It's all it takes.
I mean, slashing is still very rare for home stakers as well.
True,
though,
and
right?
it's
it
so
doesn't
minimal.
really happen unless you fuck up really bad.
I saw a tweet of someone getting slashed.
Well, they
just
probably
today.
fucked up really bad.
Because literally the internet went down for a little bit.
Internet
and there
going
was a
down
slashing event.
internet going down shouldn't slash you. It should only just
Leak.
nod away.
I saw the tweet. I saw the graph. That's what I
I'm
saw.
pretty sure downtime does not slash you.
This was
take a-
literally today.
We'll take a look
Downtime
at
does
that.
not
We'll have
slash
to
you.
review that because the idea is if you were just to miss attestations and you missed a block,
that doesn't slash you.
that shouldn't be a big slashing event. That should just be.
It was only a small slashing event. It was not a big one.
Yeah, it's like leakage
It was
basically.
leakage, but it was 0.1 ETH at least.
0.1? That much? That seems
like,
pretty high.
like downtime. If you're downtime for more than a day or two, is when you get a little bit of leak. But
so it may have been something like that. But
Yeah.
in any case, I saw what I saw.
Sure. Yeah. Anyways,
You call me a liar?
I mean, I'm calling the tweet a liar.
I trust the person who tweeted it.
Okay, we'll take a look at that
Yeah,
after.
we can take a look.
I trust them because they have been involved with actually building test nets for Ethereum.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Was it Moody?
Afri.
Okay. We'll take a look. But anyway, yeah, where we had this liquid staking.
How do we feel about AI and crypto?
Cringe.
Cringe.
Okay, I would say
Ooh.
cringe last cycle. I don't say it this cycle.
What is when you think of AI and crypto? What's like the first application that you're thinking of? Like, what does
So
that mean to you?
I think we think of AI and crypto this cycle in decentralized in decentralized AI, where it's a single model or many models across a network.
Oh, I just got a message here. Sorry to the time slot of the 0.1 was huge. It was not just down 1 hour. It was like a long time apparently.
Oh, got it.
So
Is that from the live stream?
that's not.
See,
just
the
somebody
tweet was
DM'd.
real.
Somebody just
I didn't
DM'd.
say that
So
it was
yeah,
an hour,
somebody got
but-
so apparently 0.1. So that is significant, but it sounded like that time slot was long.
But it was a home staker.
Okay. Yeah, it would like that makes sense that it would have been versus yeah, just like somebody that's actually running running big operations or like a big node operator or something. And just while I have interrupted this whole thing, yield on wrap Bitcoin on Aave on mainnet is like 0.8%. So basically
yeah,
nothing.
that's what I was saying.
Basically like not
Bullish.
worth it. Like your fees to go in and out wrecked,
Not
so.
worth it.
So don't do it. All right. Unless if you're looking, well, no, not necessarily. Unless if you're like looking to borrow against, right? You have to supply, then you borrow
Yeah.
against.
cheap to borrow Bitcoin, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what. Actually, I didn't look at the borrowing side, but whatever. Anyways,
You can
Carry
borrow
on.
Bitcoin and restake it.
Yeah. So you-
Leveraged restaking. Here we go.
Yeah.
I actually think the ETH ecosystem is a little bit gun shy on their risk tolerance this cycle, a little bit. But we weren't talking about that, but just as a side point. So I'm waiting to see more risk in the marketplace. Because risk begats volatility, which begats velocity, which begats bull markets. We were talking about AI.
Yeah, we were talking about your decentralized like computing
So
network.
I think those big models, I don't think there's necessarily product market fit. Not yet. Small models targeted specifically within little areas, I think there's a use case there. Like in an Oracle, I think there's a use case there. A model that is multi-agent system that for a price prediction model, I think there's a use case there. So those are what I'm really interested in, and ultimately it's inevitable. It's ultimately inevitable, and so I think the way I see things, if we want to get a little esoteric here, if we understand crypto as these microeconomies, this foam of economic activity where everyone is interdependent, yet independent and with one another. And we're already seeing that with the way EF funds projects, making the industry take care of certain aspects of it. A callback to Made Network is kind of like the vision of what they were trying to do, but it's actually happening in the ecosystem now in a decentralized way. The foam of the economic activity happens on chain, but there's going to be AI anyway. And we're going to see horizontal models, specifically multi-agent systems, be employed in and we're going to see much more decentralized infrastructure, decentralized compute. So humans and the economic foam and people's actions are going to be working in tandem, in consort, like a dance, in partnership with AI models, and they're just going to be doing their own thing, not necessarily aligned, not necessarily against, just in partnership. And then it's all going to be incentivized or tied on chain. Like, that's where we're going, whether we like it or not. So I think we have to accept that AI is here. It's just, I think it's easy to be like, oh, that's funny, it's not going to do anything. And it's like, Well, that's a question of product market fit more than it is a question of where AI is going, in my opinion. Curious to hear your thoughts.
I mean, so the way I see, I mean, yeah, so like you can have models that interact with the chain, but like normally when I hear crypto AI, like the normal thing I hear is like we are running a trustless model on chain, or we're like trying to prove the model's output on chain, which I don't think we necessarily have a very good use case for. If you have a model that runs off chain, which interacts with the chain to do something, that's great.
But again, you're talking about a big model that's a decentralized model. I'm not necessarily talking about that.
Yeah.
I'm saying maybe it's using modular infrastructure to run the model. But I'm not. An Oracle has a little model in it, a little model over here, a little model over there, a bunch of multi-agent systems all over, and it's just this population, if you will, of models, not like 3 singular models that are running on decentralized infrastructure. That's what I'm saying.
So you have a bunch of like tiny models that run just like so all of the models just run like trustlessly on chain to like do something.
Well, they may not run trustlessly on chain, but maybe they run on decentralized infrastructure and they use verifiable data in their processing. But maybe the modular infrastructure has a multi-agent system in it, and it's a price prediction model where it's getting on-chain data and getting queries and then asking another model to execute something else, and it does that. And then it creates its little prediction model. Like, no, DeepIn is something else.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I can see that feature. Yeah.
DeepIn is foam.
I was just gonna say DeepIn's like decentralized like physical infrastructure. So that's when you have what's the most helium is like
Mesh
the
network thing.
Foam.
Yeah.
The OG foam.
Yeah.
But foam as a term is older.
Just so you're some decentralized network of like physical devices so you're running some device that's providing some service to a network. We're talking like decentralized like AI models. Yeah. When I think of AI and crypto, it's maybe like not like what people traditionally think of, but one of the first things that got me super excited back in like when I first was reading about crypto was cryptocurrency or like blockchains as like the future economy the future like financial infrastructure of like the machine economy. So we're thinking like we're in the future, we're gonna have all these like autonomous agents. Some of them are purely digital, some of them are like gonna be like your automated vehicles driving you around. There's a whole like economy that has to be built around that. And what are they going to use? They're going to use blockchains and crypto to like transfer value between each other. So the thing that I remember this now, it just popped into my head. It was 2017. I was reading about crypto articles and like what the future of the industry is. And it's the idea that in the future you're going to get like picked up by like an autonomous car, and this autonomous car needs to go like recharge. So it's going to go to like a charging station, and then like the charging station is fully autonomous, and the car is fully autonomous, and it hooks itself up, and the car or whoever owns the car is like transferring value to whoever owns the charging station. It's all happening on chain via crypto. So I don't know if that's not what people are typically thinking of in like AI X crypto, but
that's IoT, Internet of Things. And then we add an A
Swarm.
to it, and we had IOTA.
exactly.
Oh.
Honestly, I think you could make an entire business now of just copying 2017 projects. Now that there's actually enough
You can actually build them now.
you could actually build them, and I want to see that happen because I want to see that optimism back in the Ethereum ecosystem. I think the ETH OGs need a kick in the pants.
That's true. Yeah, we just
And this is an OG
recycle old
saying to other
ICO
OGs, you
projects,
need a
but
kick in the
actually
pants.
don't rug pull. Like that'd be cool.
Yeah, I just want my 10x card. I just literally want to be able to swipe and pay.
That's a
At the-
callback.
Yeah, that one, man. What a rug that was. Anyway,
Wait, what was that?
10x? It was like this. It was the future. We're going to have the payments
There
card.
was 0x and there was 10x.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Actually, that's funny. Except 0x was kind of used. Actually went somewhere. Anyways, yeah, it was just like a...
matcha.
Oh, right. Well, was it... But I thought it was like the underlying... Yeah. Okay. But yeah, 10x was just like this ICO to say, hey, we're going to sell a card where you can pay with crypto. And the crowd went wild, and everybody aped
so
into
many
it.
cards have come out since then.
Yeah, it's just like, why did we need to have a token? Why did they need to like raise a bunch of money to do this? We have like so many out there now, but most of it's all in the EU. and
Crypto.com
EQ.
has a token and they have a card.
Yeah, that was it. But they were used to be called something else before Crypto.com. It was
I
like
mean,
MCR,
have you-
MRO.
Have you checked out their
Monaco,
stack?
Monaco.
Yeah, Monaco. But have you checked
Monaco.
out their stack? It's actually pretty cool. ZK EVM. It's pretty cool.
I haven't checked the ZKVM stack now.
It has on-chain yield, built-in yield. It has a bunch of stuff. It's
Yield.
actually really cool.
Native yield back to paradigm or no?
Hey, you know what? I use Blast. I love it. I look at that shit every day. I'm looking at my points go up,
Are you
and
doing
I
the,
love
the
it.
daily jackpot?
I
spin
do it,
wheel?
and you
Yeah.
know what? It works. I'm a marketer, right? So I think about product and I think about user interface. You laugh all you want, it works, and yeah, we are using like the virality of greed and
Degeneracy.
and drugs and all of that to like the addiction to get people to build incentive systems to solve mass coordination problems.
And lack of
Like,
dopamine.
You got to be okay with that. You got to be okay with that. Like that's how it works. Because if we want to see the future that we all got into the space for, you know, that's part of the game, in my opinion.
So, quick question. Did you get an airdrop from Blast?
I have gotten an airdrop, yes, but I was
it more than $25?
Yeah, it was. But it
was
was
less than 100.
I don't remember how much it was, but I was like only a few days till the end of the phase. But now on the next one, I got like so many points.
So many points.
And so much gold. It's great.
Great. Do you think that the gold and the points are going to be diluted even further?
I don't know.
Do you think you're
You're
going to
you're
get
not
more
putting enough
than
money in,
$200 in an airdrop?
I think I'll get actually quite a bit.
Okay.
I think so.
All right, I've given up on Blast completely.
I don't know.
I think I was like allocated.
I gotta look at my
Oh,
points
$84.
while we're talking
I
about
want to
it.
say like
I gotta
maybe
look.
60 to 80 somewhere in
I'm
there.
just gonna.
And I think it's
I'm just
gone
gonna bring
down
this up
bad
and just get a little bit of a
I
dopamine
couldn't even
hit
find
here.
the button to claim mine. I don't know.
And
I just said I'm
Look-
look
Claim
at
mine either.
look
you
at
have-
look at that dopamine
Can I
hit.
tell how many? Oh, look at the number. It's going up constantly.
Yeah,
You have a
that's-
1x multiplier. You're not going to make it.
You only have a 1x multiplier?
Gotta hold on.
It's
hold
all
on.
about the
Scratch and win.
boosts.
Scratch
Oh,
and
that's
win.
pretty dope, actually.
Scratch and
That's actually
win.
pretty dope.
Is that the
And-
blast? The blast?
Oh, I didn't
You
have-
win.
I win.
You win.
Yeah,
Somebody-
I'm on-
What'd you win though?
I won
that's
points.
pretty
One more
fun,
point.
actually.
Yeah, scratch and win. You get it all
You
the
win more
time.
points.
Oh, that's a lot of points.
You got 3,000 points.
Yeah, there we go. And I got scratch and wings all the time. I look at this shit all the time.
that's-
It's
all right.
not an app. It is a browser
Browser
that
app
you
thing,
that
yeah.
you save as
Something
a
here.
and it's
It's a progressive app.
Blast.
PWS.
I see.
right?
Yeah,
I
and you know
I
what?
I just
I have
downloaded
the
it
app.
or whatever like a week ago.
like
yeah.
it is. Yeah, you laugh all you want, but
I'm
I
not
look at this
laughing.
shit
Continue.
all the
Yeah.
time.
Okay.
I'm
And
just
look at this.
continuing.
This is Jack.
Yeah, that's the
Done.
shit. I think I'm gonna put one of these on Superform.
Hey,
actually.
look it. I got stuff.
There you go. You got some points.
Yeah,
Just-
nowhere near as your
Yeah, well, you
points.
got to do some stuff on it. You got to.
Well, I haven't done anything.
Well,
Did you
that's
do
the
a
thing.
scratch and win tangle?
I just
don't
did
know.
2 scratch and wins just now.
You earned 1 golden ticket.
Did you get
Scratch
it? Oh,
now.
scratch and roll. Show the camera.
I'm scratching. Scratch and sniff.
Like this is the thing. This is UX that works. It's funny. Like it's gambling and
Oh,
all
it's
that.
even like
but it,
messed
but it's,
up, kind of like
it's
when they
FOMO.
print on the
It gets into you where addiction sinks in. But you know what it does?
Cybertruck,
It keeps
blast
you engaged
points. Yeah.
into what we're trying to do, which is incentive systems for
See,
mass coordination games.
You know when it like gets all messed up, like when they have like funny printing that goes on like scratch and sniff
Oh, that
cards.
doesn't happen
It's
to
kind
me.
of like that. Yeah.
that is
Wow. Okay, so what did I do here? I'm still
What did you
scratching
get,
with
Dangle?
one-handed scratch.
and there you go. You won
I
some
win
points.
1,300 points.
That's a lot of points.
How
many dollars is
winning
that?
like $3,000 at a time there.
I've won
Jeez.
like 400,000 points once.
400,000. That's way more than I have.
Yeah, well, you just
I'm
got
earning 25 points an hour.
You know?
Not gonna make
bullish. Anyway,
Anyway.
we kind of got on
All
a bit of a
right.
tangent, but these are the different. I see these as the different pieces of where we're going. Like we don't exactly know where we're going to go. Some of us think that it's going to be this Austrian economic place. I think it's going to be a hellscape. And then others think it's going to be this utopia where there is no money. But I think it's going to be a lot of things, and maybe in like 200 years, all this UX stuff, just money is just going to run in the background, and it's just going to be
Just jackpot.
it's just going to
gambling,
be
That's it.
obfuscated behind UX. I genuinely think that.
Yeah.
Is that money? Is that seemingly post-monetary? I don't know.
So yeah. What does a world without money even look like?
I think you need money to bridge to actually get to that point.
I don't know. If society.
I think it's crypto.
You still like there's still
But I'm a
something
marketer,
like
so what do I
value
know?
you still like have to be able to like exchange value between people. You need some kind of like medium.
But you
of
need that.
exchange.
But you need to train it out of people. You need to train money out of people because it's so ingrained into culture.
Yeah, since like the dawn of man, basically. yeah.
Exactly. So
Well, it's incentive. Yeah, you just need incentive mechanisms.
so you need incentive
Yeah.
mechanisms built in, and then they just sort of disappear behind UX. And so
So
there's like this
So-
accounting system in the background.
So we instead of just like harvesting attention, are we starting to we get to like harvesting organs? Is that
Maybe.
where we're going to?
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
that's kind of like the
I got a- I
Matrix,
got a- I
right?
got
Like
an
you just
extra-
plugged in. You just
I
plugged
got
in. They just
I got
kind
an
of like
extra kidney. Do you want one?
you could restake
What
your
do you,
kidney.
what do you mean you have 3? Like,
I
how
think we
does
just
that
plug
work?
into the matrix at that point, right?
Yeah, so that's what I mean. You
Yeah.
plug it into the matrix, then you could they could siphon off, X amount of blood per however long. It's like you're supplying blood. They borrow against. Hopefully you don't get liquidated. Then you can regenerate more blood. So that comes out.
Yeah, you
So
can, like,
then
you
they
can-
could restake that.
Yeah, I mean, you can just win more
I'll
blood.
restake my blood.
Win more blood.
You can
Yeah,
win
but
more
how
blood
many-
and get some
but-
more organs.
But how many points do I get, and how much gold do I get with the blood that I restake?
I mean,
This-
that
the
really
state
depends.
of
Like
crypto
depends how
you
many
can
invites
gamble
you.
with
How
that.
many
You can
people
go-
did you bring in? How many invites do you have? Right?
Oh,
How many
I haven't
referrals?
even invited anyone. I got
Oh,
I got
some
a referral. Does anyone want a blast referral?
Can we? Yeah,
You
this
get
is when we have
points.
the screen up here, so we can get
We
people
do need-
showing
yeah.
our ref links and.
Yeah,
Okay, I'll
we need
just-
some stuff.
If anyone's watching, I'll just say it here, and you can use it. Invite code blast.io / all capitals E6GKR. That's blast.io / E6GKR. There you go.
You're gonna get some referrals.
Get some points.
Get your points. Get your multipliers.
Yeah, I need more multipliers. I'm not doing enough.
All right.
Are you gonna use her referral code? Oh no.
That's the thing is like it's too early for like those tokens are gonna pump so it's like
What?
Mhm.
Blast is going
Blast
to pump.
oh yeah everything's gonna go up.
So you don't feel like that.
It has this it has actually quite a lot of usage if you look at the metrics.
Do you look at the user base, like the holder base?
I look
rather?
at more the user base
the
and
holder, the
and
large holder
liquidity
base. You know
rather
who's
than
over there? Who's been farming the absolute fuck out of Blast?
Who?
A bunch of people. That is very high concentration. So maybe just take a look at the holder kind of.
I'll look at the
percentage.
leaderboard.
Take a look at the leaderboard. Take a look at that
Yeah.
stuff.
You're just
and you're
not
like,
betting enough, Tangle. That's what it is.
I just I
Bet
did-
more.
yeah.
I bet elsewhere. Bet more elsewhere. That's what I'm doing.
Where are you betting?
So, okay, you're talking about AI stuff. I'm not really betting on that. Where am I betting, I guess? What am I doing? I'm betting on...
MEV?
No. Not betting on MEV. MEV stuff can be... I don't know. Memes, I guess. Betting on memes. Meme culture.
See, that's also gambling. What's wrong with that?
Well, no
all-
one said
it's
anything
all
was wrong with
gambling.
degenerate gambling.
Gambling
That's
is
like
great.
product market fit.
That is PMF for crypto.
PMF. It's amazing. It's amazing.
That's why we're all here.
So, you're talking about AI and agents and all these, what have yous and whatnot. What about AI as like checking the roll up to make sure that the roll up is okay?
Are we talking about Zirkit?
Yeah. Pump my points.
Yeah.
Pump my points.
we
Points? Points?
you
Cats?
you don't
click-
like the
you click and there's cats.
AI verified sequencer.
No.
Did you?
But you
did
click and there's cats, and then they go pew. And there's little kitty cats fly everywhere.
Yeah.
No, Zirkit.
Zirkit.
Zirkit. See, that's
Zirkit,
there's the dopamine for me.
AI
Oh, cats.
enabled L2. Why do we not like AI verified sequencer technology?
Like, they told me it was good.
He's an auditor, is why.
Yes. And there might be a client, so
Ooh.
So you
Oh.
can't say anything.
yes.
All right.
That's-
So
that's
are points gonna make it?
Points are good. Yes.
Points are good. We like.
I've
I like
converted
points.
you. You like points now?
No, I love. I've loved points since the start. Points are great.
You on
Huge
Blast?
fan of points.
I'm on Blast. I had a lot of Blast. I was bigly on Blast. Not anymore, but I still have a little bit of Blast.
Awesome.
Okay.
we're at 7:45, so probably should
Start winding. Yep.
maybe anything else you want to talk about, or any like should we go like maybe some audience questions?
Is there any audience questions
Pressing, burning.
about the
questions.
future, about technology that we mentioned, about what my Blast referral link is?
Yeah, in case you forgot. Andrew,
Nothing.
nothing. Take a mic. Take a mic. Take a mic. You said you were gonna ask us some questions. You gotta participate.
Yeah, just wondering how much you guys think the FTX will pay out eventually.
FTX.
Yes.
I don't know how much.
Everybody's more than 100% is the last. I
100
heard.
plus.
Yeah.
And how do you guys thought those kind of money will flow to?
Oh, bullish. It's all crypto people.
Up
So-
only.
Up
yeah,
only?
yeah. It's all gonna go back into the market.
It's people like wrote this money off. They like thought they would never get it back, or like a fraction of it. So
Definitely.
they're just gonna get all this money back. They're like, what do I do with it? Oh, just like.
Put it back into
gamble.
crypto.
Yeah,
Are they,
bet more.
What are they paying
Bet
it out
more.
in? Do you know? Like, are they paying?
It's just a stimulus check again, but like at a larger scale
stimmy.
with more money.
So it's just stimmy check.
Yeah, it's a stimmy check.
USD that needs to go into risk-on assets.
Mhm.
yeah.
what else would you
very
do?
bullish.
Like it's literally like they got free money. If you get free money, what do you do with it?
Pay-
Gamble.
Exactly. You buy some shit coins.
put it
That's
into
exactly what
points.
they're gonna do.
Were
You
you?
put it
Or
into
do you have a
blast
lot of
points.
money you're waiting to get back from FTX? Is that why you're asking?
I wouldn't mind in Pepe.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
Yeah.
Why is restaking a scam?
Why is it? I just think it's all going to blow
not-
up.
not
It's
a
not a
scam.
I didn't say-
scam.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
really, really cool. It's just it is a risk to Ethereum consensus
Yeah.
How so?
because because what happens is you have these it starts to centralize the staking, and there is it's all using the same vertical technical stack. So if there's a slashing event, it's going to be an entire section of the network. It could split the network. Well, I don't know. Depends. And then you have this exogenous capital that is tied to ETH on other chains that is now suddenly cut off from original ETH. So it's a risk. I don't know enough about it to go any deeper than that, but
Yeah, the way I look at it is it's when these like AVSs that there's so much demand for, which there isn't.
it's not just AVSs, but yeah.
Sure, okay, but like there's all this capital got into Eigenlayer. Everybody sees this and says, "Oh my God, this is going to be incredible! Oh, look at all the TVL we have." Well, what else were people doing with their
Sidecars.
ETH at that time? You were either staking it in an LST, but then people said, "Well, that's bad because we want to have like diversifying and yada yada yada." So now you're like, "Okay, we're going to stake 32 ETH into Eigenlayer, right?" And so now you have however many billions of dollars worth of ETH that made it into Eigenlayer. Then we say, okay, well, do we need all of this stuff? Do we actually need these AVSs to spin up all this type of, all this new applications? Is there actually demand for it, right? Well, they sold everybody on it that there was, but I don't think we're seeing that right now. Plus, it's like, well, does you actually need an AVS, or could you just like be a, does it make more sense to just have a roll-up or build on top of a roll-up or build on an L3 or whatever it is where it's so cheap anyhow, and we have like L2s are a dime a dozen, L3s are probably nickels and
It
nickels
is
a
interesting
dozen.
about decentralized compute, and it's not the only way to do decentralized compute, but it is interesting in that it establishes a network of computation.
Sure. So on the technical side of that, like that could be interesting. But what happens when we have risks? When one of those goes down, when all of a sudden that gets wiped out, gets hacked, gets attacked, right? That goes to zero, and that is connecting to this staked aspect. So there's supposed to be a buffer involved, And now you say, oh, we've got all this staked ETH, that's in eigenlayer. And when people realize, oh, well, the points aren't really cutting it for me anymore, and I'm willing to get out of things like Zirkit and Karak and all these other like super leveled up Ponzi's, and once those things all start getting pulled out, the inherent security of this ETH is not in there anymore. I don't intend to be in these things for very long, right? Some of these things we are geo gated from,
Blocked.
so geo blocked, so we're not supposed to be in there anyways. So you shouldn't be in. Obviously protect your geo gating, whatever.
Use a VPN.
But
Not
what?
financial advice.
No, you would never do such a thing.
Yeah, I
That
don't.
is illegal.
Jeez, that is illegal.
I use it. I don't care.
Goodness.
Illegal.
Yeah, ETH on Ethereum, that you could see a world in the future where ETH on Ethereum sells at a slight premium than ETH on other chains because it's a bridged asset or something. But it's not seen that way now. And so we'll see.
But I don't know. Does that answer enough? I didn't really go fully deep into all of that, but like, I just feel like we're pushing it out to the risk curve, and when an incident takes place, that starts cutting away at the underlying security, which then creates cascading effects. So it's just like a totally new way of like having liquidations or cascading liquidations in a way. It's just that ETH is just gone.
I mean, here's a very simple way to think about this. You have a box full of security. This is a box. It secures the ETH network. Now you can just use the box to secure 6 more networks. So that box, instead of securing only ETH, now secures ETH plus AVS1, AVS2, AVS3, AVS4, AVS5, AVS6.
Actively validated service.
Yeah. So like all of these are like separate chains basically. And if any of those chains fuck up and they get because they will fuck up because it's very easy to fuck up chains, they will just take a bite out of the total security that fucks up all the other 5 chains and
Because
also
of
the main
slashing.
Ethereum security. You get slashed, and if one of the chains fucks up, and it keeps fucking up because that's what the code was, it just keeps nibbling at the security of the whole ETH network. And that big box just becomes smaller and smaller and smaller because these random things that were depending on this for security now started attacking it for security.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Nailed it. Does that help?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Another slightly different question is, why hasn't anything useful been built on Eigenlayer?
Oracles have been built on EigenLayer.
I think it's new, right? Like we're just getting to the point.
All
where
Diagonal, their employees got a lot of airdrops, I heard.
Oh no.
Yeah, they did really well. I heard, like on average, like
I heard
20
like-
or 30K Christmas
No,
bonus?
more than that, like 50 to 60K.
50, 60K? Nice.
Less pessimistically, just like the tech is new, right? Like they were still building things out. The token just launched recently. Like I think give it
Did
a
we get our
like,
tokens yet? When do those come? When do we get tokens?
you have the token. It's just not transferable.
tokens are launched. You just can't sell
it
them.
should be. I hope
Right.
you claimed them in your wallet. You should
I
have
don't know
a
how I
non-transferable
feel
token.
about these soul-bound tokens, these non-transferable
well,
tokens.
they're just not
but
right now.
They're vesting.
Right
they're
now.
vested.
They're vested
which is-
ish. No, are they vested or are they locked? They're cliffed. They're
Oh,
locked.
they're cleft.
Yeah.
What's our time?
We're just about done here.
Oh yeah, it's time to get out of here.
Is there any other
I-
questions? No?
Just remember,
Okay.
Eigenlayer, Athena, ETFs. The 3 E's that are going to take down the market this time.
One of those at
Those
least.
3.
Yeah,
Athena's
Athena
pretty
seems-
cool.
Those are all three.
Athena is cool. It's really interesting.
Centralized exchange risk shouldn't be a
Yeah.
problem. Never has been in the past. So
I mean,
actually,
like
I think it's
Athena
gonna be
uses like
perfectly fine.
third-party custodians, not directly exchanges, though.
Sorry?
It
Like
doesn't.
Athena uses like third-party custodians, not exchanges.
Custodians. I love
Custodians
custodians.
are- it's like-
I've had pretty good luck with custodians.
It's-
Only 4. Only 4. For
Well,
me.
you've only used custodians for exchanges. It's like actual custodians, not like exchange custodians.
Anyways, I don't trust the fuckers anyhow. So, anyways, that's my take. And then when ETFs and the custodians. So now.
Yeah,
we're-
so what
yeah.
do you think about the TEE technology, encryption, new technology, TEE or the FHE? Yeah.
FHE all the way. Like, why are we going with these?
I think that will help the ZKP to a better level. Like,
I don't have enough understanding of that sort of stuff to know, but just inherently a separate encrypted piece of hardware I just don't trust it.
Really.
Like
Yeah.
SGX was another one. TEEs is another one. I don't know. You would have a better opinion than I would.
How many of you guys remember Secret Network?
Yep.
I do.
The Jew created it. The Jews.
I don't know who created it, but
I met a founder. The Jews created.
Secret
Okay.
Network used TEs, and
Yeah.
like the TEs they use was SGX for all of their like keys, and of course like SGX is good. It's very good for very specific use cases. When you want like localized edge privacy for something that is like short term, it's great. Anything more than that, if you're running if your whole blockchain security depends on someone not reverse engineering the TE, because like if you want to like actually hack the TE, as in like you want to see how the TE's encryption works, you just need a few $100,000. You need like a couple skilled engineers who can like look at silicon level, and you're fucked. So like it's good for like very specific use cases. It's not good to secure your chain.
So you think ZK rollup still the option right now, right?
ZK rollups don't use TEs directly, do they? Like ZK rollups are just
Yes,
separate.
they start to adopt TE, yeah.
I mean, I think they're probably using TEs for some other purpose, not necessarily just to like secure the chain.
What do you think the encryption, the future, like the encryption, this specific lane, the future of it? What do you think it will be? Do you think the optimism or ZK rollup? Yeah.
I mean, so it's like optimistic rollups and ZK rollups. It's a very interesting question because like there's a bit of trade-offs. In optimistic rollups, you can easily upgrade your rollup. You can upgrade the fraud proofs. It's great. In ZK rollups, once you have a ZK circuit or like an application, it's very hard to make a change. So like optimistic rollups for like cutting edge stuff, once you have basically enshrined them, then you can make a ZK rollup out of it, because ZK rollup gives you more like verifiable security, whereas you don't depend on like fraud proofs and like other people actually like making sure someone is running the watchdog for your fraud proof. So like, yeah.
Do you think the quantum computer, when a quantum computer come like it's live, maybe in 3 to 5 years, okay? What the Ethereum mainnets should improve to avoid, like Bitcoin, same thing, because Bitcoin get lightning, right? They get lightning networks. But what about the Ethereum? What they should improve to avoid the?
I mean, I think 3 to 5 years is a very optimistic estimate for.
We'd be super fucked if quantum computers were here in 3 to 5 years.
Like quantum computers can break most of our current signing encryption systems, but we do have post-quantum computing algorithms that people are working on that do exist now that the Ethereum network can migrate to if the need happens. So like, yeah, like quantum computers, I don't think they're coming in like at least the next 10, 15 years, maybe even more. But even if they do, we do have post-quantum algorithms that can just survive quantum computing.
It's on the Ethereum roadmap. Post-quantum.
Endgame.
It's on the
All
Ethereum
right.
roadmap, but it is not on the Bitcoin roadmap.
Hey, don't
Is
worry,
there a
they're coming.
Bitcoin roadmap?
It's coming.
Does Bitcoin even have a roadmap?
No.
BIP, whatever numbers they push out.
It's all right. OP cat. That's the
But I
future.
think that's it.
Yeah, let's pack it up.
Let's pack it up.
Oh yeah, we're done. Thank
All
you,
right.
everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
You're the real MVPs.
So the other thing we'll mention, there is a POAP. So if you see that little black sign there by the doodle rug, there's a little
We recently actually gave away tickets to a sweet yacht party.
That's right.
Based on POAP holders from Ethereum Vancouver
Right.
events. So these have real world value. So
Yeah.
you wouldn't want to miss out on
We
that.
basically call them RWAs at this point.
So take your phone, go tap it. It's free, and you'll get a little POAP in your wallet, and it's a little token of being at an event. It's like an achievement if you're unfamiliar with what a POAP is. It's like a physicalized, roughly a
it's very-
physicalized achievement.
It's an NFT that says you were like at a certain place or participated in a certain event.
Yeah.
And you have it for the rest of your life. as
That's
long
right.
And
as
It's
people
on-chain, so
collect
it really
them. They
happened.
love them, and it's like pins, and they like collect them, and then they say, "I've been here, I've been there, and there," and then you have on-chain proof of your attendance somewhere.
I have one from the Covalent party.
That's right.
No
there was
shit,
one
yeah.
from the Quinlan party. Yeah.
We have a new
And-
logo. We went through a rebrand now, so it's completely different.
Yeah. So, and if anybody else has not got my PO app that says that they've met me, you can do
Which,
that.
I
which,
think I
afterwards.
have
when's
both.
this
Ollie,
from?
your hair.
I got the
Do you have a
one.
new co-op?
from this
That's
quarter.
crazy.
This
You
quarter.
missed the show, bro.
Yeah.
Go.
This or this.
No, he was
season.
texting me the whole show. He's watching it on TV.
All right.
That's nice.
Okay.
That's nice.
So-
Let's wrap it. It's 8
All right,
o'clock.
okay,
Blind.
yeah,
I don't want to see your codes.
Cut
I don't wanna
the
see your
stream.
codes. You're doing- Okay.
And you missed it. You missed the whole thing.
Yeah,
I
who? You're
don't
in the
come in
back.
very
Oh,
often.
yeah, just in the back, hanging out, doing work stuff or something. Okay, thanks everybody. If you don't mind, just fold up your chair, help us out with that, and then we'll see you next time. Good night.